Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today it's time for the Stone Crow. That's right, once again, following on from my previous Lord's Beer review, I'm in the t-shirt. It's time for another one. This time it is the Extra Stoned Crow Bitter from Lord's Brewing Co. at 5%. And again, it's another collab with another YouTube channel. One I'm sure almost everyone will be familiar with. It is Real Ale Craft Beer, named after their live show? Live virtual pub chat thing. You know what I'm talking about. The Stone Crow. This is the Stone Crow Bitter. Extra Stoned Crow Bitter, in fact. And yeah, it's an extra bitter, I guess. Not had it yet. It's been out a while. And I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First up, here is a quick look at the can. Pretty snazzy artwork on there. I said the last one was my favourite Lord's Brewing Co. can art, but actually, I have to say, this one is also racking right up there. Look at that. There's the Real Ale Craft Beer logo there. Some info on the back, and yeah, looks good. Let's get into it. Not going to be using my Lord's Brewing Co. glass for this one because the style, I'm going to just go with a straight up kind of trad beer style glass. No huge aromas at a distance. And I have to say, Lords are putting out some very well conditioned beer at the minute because that's 2 for 2 on good pours. It is deep brown, red hue, one finger, off-white head, slightly redder than most best bitters, but I'm not going to complain. That looks absolutely gorgeous. It's also slightly darker on camera than it is in real life, but otherwise, yeah, fantastic. Right then, aromas. Oh, huge aromas on this. It's hugely malty as you'd expect. Bready, but it's also got a bit of a cakey pudding vibe to it. It doesn't smell super sweet though, but there's a hint of spice in there, and oh, I have to say that's going to be hard to beat. There's also a freshness to it, but it's not overly obvious what that is. The head has started to dissipate now, and well, I think we just need to get into it. Cheers. That's 2 for 2 on the smiles. That is a fine best bitter. That really is. I mean, it's sweet, it's bitter. There's actually a lot of synergy between this beer and the Paul's Beer Reviews Jasper that I reviewed in the previous video. And I mean, they don't taste the same, but they've got a similar sweet, bitter profile between the two of them that's, well, it's distinctly Lord's, let's say that much. The flavour is big, it's not holding back, the aroma is huge, and if I had to describe this in one word, it's comforting. It really is. There's a lot going on. It's not necessarily the easiest drinking best bitter. There's a lot to take in, a lot to process, but at the same time, it's distinctly true to form, and wow, Lord's really nailing it, I have to say. Right then, let's do it. Top to bottom taste test. So, initially, quite bitter, low carbonation up front. That immediately gives way to some sweet, malty notes, slightly toffee based, caramel. And you get the kind of traditional clean break, bit of a palate cleanser. Then we're back into bitter territory again, with a bigger hit this time. But on the swallow, it's balanced out. You get another spritz of those sweet caramel flavours. That bready cakiness comes in. There's definitely a bit of spice in there, a bit of pepperiness. And then just when you think, oh, could this go too sweet? It's a clean, bitter but not intrusively so finish that just lingers around, dries the mouth out a little bit. I'm going straight back in for a little bit more. That is good. That is very good. Right, let's take a look at the can. On the front then, Real Ale Craft Beer Extra Stone Crow Bitter, Lord's Brewing Co. logo, 5% ABV. And then on the back it says, well, there's a little emoji of Mel, one half of Real Ale Craft Beer. You can see a little logo there. And it goes on to say, this beer is a celebration of making the best of a bad situation. The Stone Crow, the world's largest virtual pub, created an amazing community of people that were determined to make the hay, brackets, hazy haze, whilst the sun shined. People from across the globe came together to have a few beers and shoot the breeze. A massive thank you has to be said to everyone that joined the lifeboat and in the process kept our brewery alive. From Simon, Mel and all the team at Law's Brewing Co, we love you all. We try to include all of you, but it's almost impossible. Sorry if you're not on here, it doesn't mean you're any less important, but notable mentions go to Daniel Bale, Demon91, Lee W, Buddy Weiser, Neil Long, Simon Wood, Neil Smith, Paul Goggin, Jack Perry, Ozzy Trav, Il Corvo, Kevin Parton, Taylor Ben, Graham 101, to name but a few. And then on the side, as usual, brewed at Law's Brewing Co in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Ingredients are water, malted barley, malted wheat, yeast. The hops are Dana, First Gold and Bramling Cross. It's vegan friendly, 5%, 2.2 units in this can. And yeah, it's a proper best bitter, that. Back to the beer then. The nose is actually sweetened off a bit. Huge caramel licks now on there. It's a bit like Thornton Special Toffee even. It's got that real rich, sweet, creamy thing about it. It smells very, very appetizing indeed. And on the taste, maybe sweetened up a little bit more, but all of that balancing act is still in there, and I have to say that is an absolute treat. So yeah, cheers all. That's a good one. And that really is all I have to say about it. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't already subscribed, if you will be so kind, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.